Hello everyone, happy weekends. Hope you're doing great today. Today, I'll be talking to you about the new Agentic AI IDE from Amazon Web Services. So, you've probably heard a lot about Kiro recently. And Kiro, what it does is that it's an IDE by AWS that's trying to bring structure into AI coding with spec-driven development. So recently, developers has been using AI tools a lot, and what they do is that they are talking to these AI tools and agents. They ask them to do some stuff like some features, and then they get some feedback back, and then they will have this back and forth to the IDE, maybe to fix some bug. Maybe the IDE has misunderstood the feature, and they will have to improve their prompt. And this is exactly what Kiro is trying to solve. They are introducing this new concept of spec-driven development. So you will tell and explain to Kiro what you're trying to do with a very simple prompt, and then it will create the requirements document for you. And then after you accept the requirements, they will get translated into the design, and then the design will be translated into actionable tasks, as you can see here, with many tasks, can be one or five, depends on how large the feature is. And you can update these, the sub items, or the acceptance criteria can be updated, so it's definitely flexible, but you can at least kind of expect what will happen compared to the standard approach where you kind of guessing and having this back and forth the IDE. So definitely interesting, and looking forward to demo it right now. And also, beside the spec-driven development, another very interesting feature is the agent hooks, which is a feature and offering by Kiro where you can automate most of your repetitive tasks. So also very interesting tool that I will also show you how to use in this video. You can also check out their website. They also have many other interesting tools like MCP support, native and MCP support, and many others. But for now, enough talking. Let's go over Kiro IDE and actually try to build something together, shall we? So welcome back. This is the IDE. As you can see, um, it has a different theme design, I would say, but it's built on VS Code, so you will have the same feeling of VS Code, same structure, everything is the same, but they have this new section called Kiro. Here I have a simple project that I built just to demo the features by Kiro. So, yep, this is the section, and you can see one of the features that we can start with is agent steering. So this will help you define what is the project is about. So generate steering documents. So if I switch back here to my store or my project, you can see it's a like standard store. It's very basic, just a header with my store, some product listing with images, add to cart. The cart is just visual representation. It will just add the number up, but nothing really is clickable. You cannot click into the product, no footer, no header, nothing. So that's for my project. Now, to help Kiro with my project, I'll need to set up something called steering documents. So let's click generate steering documents. It will take a moment, and you can see it will analyze my project, the files, the README, the package.json, and will create a new directory for me. So as you can see, before I didn't have this Kiro directory, but now I have it. Now it's creating the tag, the structure, and the product.md. So if we have a quick look at it, let me close this. So in the tech file or MD markdown file, you can see it's showing me the technologies used. So I have Next.js, React 19, TypeScript, Tailwind, CSS, ESLint, and some of the commands as well, like npm run dev, npm build, npm start, npm run lint, and etc. So I can also see the structure. So the directory organization. So I can see here I have the app folder, and inside of it I can see the card, uh, like the styling, page layout, and some coding convention. Maybe I'm using camel case or snake case. It's saying that I'm using strict mode, the styling, I'm using tailwind, the naming convention here, and the image handling I'm using, So that's one of the benefit of the steering. And I believe there is a third file, which is the product. So it will tell me, oh, this is like a store, simple e-commerce website that's has a product catalog, shopping cart, responsive design, product images from external sources, but it's very basic as mentioned earlier. So yeah, and if I navigate back to the Kiro tab, I can see here again my agent steering, and I can see my folders as well, like product, structure, and technologies. Now, the second feature from Kiro that I want to demo today is the specs, which is the same as here. So if we can go back and click on a new tab, this is my coding agent. So I have Claude, and I can do vibe coding, which as mentioned at the start, you can just, do rapid exploration and testing. So you can chat, try things out, see if it works out for you, iterate, and see how things go. Some This is good, definitely. Sometimes the thing is you have to undo your code or add more changes and follow up, etc., which can be annoying sometimes. The new idea is if you want to have a really robust feature, you will want to try out the spec, which is you have the planning, the design, the implementation, requirements, and then tasks, and your coding agent will go over the tasks one by one. And you can definitely have, like approve these changes before moving forward, which is a really good feature, I would say. So I have my local server running here. So if I move back here, I can see my store. Again, as mentioned earlier, it's very basic, and I would like to improve that. So what I can do here is I can go back to Kiro, to my tab Kiro here as well, and I say specs, and I want to generate a new spec. So it will have this pop-up open, and here I can have a summary of what I want to do. Like I want to add a new feature. So I already created a simple prompt that I want to use, which is this one that I will go ahead and copy. I'll go back to Kiro, and then I will click add spec, and I will copy paste the prompt here, or paste the prompt here. So to quickly go over it, I'm saying I want to improve my existing project to have a modern landing page with a hero section. Add a header and a footer, improve the product's listing, add a product page that can be loaded whenever a user clicks on one of the products, and finally, add functionality to the cart page. These are the changes that I want to add. I clicked add, and a super cool feature here is I get the steering documents included by default. So the folders that were generated here, the tag, the stack, the naming convention gets included by default, which is really nice, I would say. So now, Kiro knows about our task knows already about what the store is about, what the project is about, what are the technologies, so he can reuse the technologies, and it will go over and try to analyze my prompt, and it will create requirements for us. So here the requirements, you can see it created a new folder under specs. I have the steering, and I have specs e-commerce enhancement, and I get this requirement folder, requirement markdown. Let me try to resize this so it's easier to read. And it's saying now the requirements are created. Do the requirements look good to me? Or if so, we can move to the next step, which is the design. So you can see by default, this spec-driven approach has three steps: requirements, design, and task list. First, we start with the requirements. So here the document is saying it's specifying the requirements for the enhancement of the existing e-commerce application. with a modern landing page, improved navigation, product detail, and functional shopping cart, which is exactly what I asked for. And in here, I believe it's splitting these into sections like the hero section, the header and footer, product listing, product detail, cart, cart state. And I have also like requirement. So as a user, I want to enhance to see an engaging hero section that will show up when I visit the site. And it has some acceptance criteria that gets generated by Kiro. So when a user loads the home, then the application shall display a hero section above the product listing, which is exactly what I asked for. And the application shall include a prominent headline. So yeah, these gets generated, but it's based on what I asked for, which is the hero section and all the other improvements. So you can maybe want to remove one of these criteria if you don't like it. Maybe you want to add a new one. Maybe you want to edit an existing one. I will go over them quickly. Requirement 2, so consistent header across all pages, which what I asked for. Also asked, and there is also acceptance criteria. There is a footer. I also asked for a footer. So there is also application shall display a footer component at the bottom of every page, which is exactly what I want. Include copyright. I didn't ask for that, but it definitely makes sense to have it. Relevant links such as about, contact term. Definitely, I would like to have that in my footer. So maybe I want something else, so I can go ahead and add like 6 and I can type whatever I want. But for now, I don't want to edit this. I will just keep it the default. Uh, Product listing, product having its own page, and there is also the requirements. So I should see product full information, images, name and price, add to cart inside the product detail. That's definitely good. Requirement 6 is cart. So these are the changes for the cart. I will go over to the next step as well. So I want to view all the items in the cart on a dedicated cart page. This is definitely what I want because now my store is very simple. I want to have cart and a cart functionality. So these are some of the requirements as well. And for the requirement 8, I want the user to be able to manage the cart so they can adjust quantity, remove items, which is the standard in cart. So that's definitely good. If there is a requirement that I don't like, I can also remove the requirement. So that's it. I would say it's good and I can move to the design phase, which will take as well a couple of moments, hopefully not too long. And we are back here. As you can see, the requirement step is already checked before, and now we are at the design phase. Kiro just said that the design is generated. It's asking us if the design looks good, so we can move to the next step. So let's go have a quick walkthrough of the design to see if all is good. It's matching our criteria. So this design document outlines the architecture and implementation approach for enhancing the e-commerce application with a modern landing page, improved navigation structure, product details, functional cart, shopping cart, etc. And then we can see here high-level architecture with the root layout, the home page, the hero section and product grid, product detail with the product detail and add to cart component. And in the cart page, I have the cart items list and total price. Here I can see the components that will be generated, the state. So what kind of state? So design is kind of like uh, a very minimal reproduction of what Kiro is gonna work on. So he's giving us the component structure, the visual representation first, the component that Kiro will create, the state that Kiro will add, and then some types. So we can see the product. We already have the product, but maybe he will adjust it. Yeah, as you can see here, there is a new field which is required for this feature. So we can see the types. So this is a product type. Uh, he's gonna add some new types. Cart item, maybe it's a new interface. Same here, we can also see all the cards. So component specification, some other design items, footer component. We'll also see what Kiro will add into the footer. So copyright, links, consistent styling with the header, responsive multi-column layout, which is good, definitely. I will keep it simple, but you can see the types and everything, and some basic code examples. I will go ahead also and accept this so we can move to the implementation phase. So it's similar phase. Now Kiro is said that the design is accepted. I will create the implementation plan with actionable tasks so that the requirements got translated into design, and then the design get translated into into subtasks. Uh, yeah, which I believe they are getting generated now. We'll take a moment as well and get back to you when it's done. And yeah, I'm back. I believe it's good now. So that task list was generated. And here Kiro is asking us if we would like to proceed. So the current task list marks some tasks, example documentation as optional, which definitely we don't want right now because it will extend the time drastically. So the uh, going over the tasks will take more time as optional to focus on core features first. Would you like to keep optional tasks for faster MVP or make all tasks required for comprehensive testing from the start? So you can see some tasks are white and some of them are dark here. So these are optional. I can mark them as required if I want to, but by default, like writing unit tests, these are not is not something that I care about for now, just to speed things up. So I'll just go with the MVP, faster MVP. I'll click on it. Okay, awesome. Now I believe this is done. That task list is created. You can see we're gonna start with the required tasks only to make things quick. So only the white ones. So for example, I can click on this one. So set up a global cart state management. So this is one of the tasks that Kiro created. There is optional one that I will skip, and I will start all the required one. So task 2 is required, task 3, task 4, and I will go over them quickly and just mark them or start the tasks. So they will get actually queued because some of them are dependent on each other. So task 7, 8, task 9, task 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, awesome. Now the tasks are all queued. So we can see the first task is already in progress. The second one, here it's queued, so it will start when the first one is done. And same for all the tasks. So even the last one, it's in the queue. I will give this some time because usually it takes some time. The requirements and design are pretty fast. The task list takes some time, so I'll stop the video here and we can continue when it's done. And we are back. So it took some time, obviously, to go over all the tasks. You can see now on the task list, all the items are completed. They are marked in green, and the changes are already applied to the code base. So let's go over to the actual page, to see the visual changes. So I'm gonna switch to Chrome, and you can see now this is the store. So it contains this landing page with the hero section as I asked uh, Kiro to do. So yeah, this is the welcome page. We have the header, which I believe here there is the only one item, the home page. There is the product listing, and there is this animation that was added. Same list, same products, but there is an animation whenever I hover over a specific product. And there is the footer, so which contains the copyright, some links, description about the store, and support, which pretty awesome. I can also go to product page, which was not added, which was not before. So that was added also by Kiro. So I can click into a product. I can see that uh, name of the product, the pricing, the description. I can select the quantity. So this was all added from scratch, and it was added in the criteria list that I accepted. So let's say I want two t-shirts, I can add to cart. It was added successfully. So all of this logic is recent. And I go back to the product. I would like to add maybe a backpack, two backpacks also, add to cart. And then I can click into the cart, which is also updated as well. And I can see these changes now. So my items with the pricing, quantity, I can increase the quantity or decrease it. I can remove the product. I can confirm. And yeah, this is pretty neat to be honest. And yeah, that's it for this feature. Let's go back to Kiro and check out the next and final feature. So next feature that we'll talk about, which is the agent hooks. So we already covered agent steering, specs, we generated specs, and now we're gonna cover and demo agent hooks, which is a way to automate repetitive tasks with smart triggers. So one of the hooks that I would like to try, which is automate readme update when I update my package.json. So I just click on plus sign here to create a new hook. They can give you an examples. Or example, if I, it can be to update your documentation. This is one way to use the hook, optimize your code base or language localization. For my use case, I'll be trying to update my documentation or my README file. So I will ask Kiro to create a hook for me, which is whenever my package.json has a new command, please update the README file to include it. And that's my hook. And now I click this purple button. And using natural language, Kiro will try to understand what I just asked, and it will create the hook for me. So this is my hook. It's created now. The title is package.json command sync. Description: monitor package.json for changes and update the README file to include any new npm commands that have been added to the script section, which is exactly what I asked for. And the event is file saved. And what the file that's gonna watch is the package.json. So now it's created. Let's try it out. So I'll go to package.json. I'll go here to my scripts and I will add a new script, which is tests. And this will, it should run my test, but here because I don't have any actual tests like unit tests to run, so I'll just echo running tests, and I will save the file. So you can see at the right side, this is the trigger, which is the file save. So Kiro detected that I updated my package.json and it triggered the hook directly. So the hook now is running. And my README file is already updated. So if I go to my README, a new section was added. I should have had these scripts by before, and only the test script will be added but since I didn't have them, Kiro added all of them, and I can see now my latest command or script has been added at the end. So npm run tests, it will run that test suite. So yeah, that's for the third and final feature. There are definitely more things to explore, like the MCP servers here, the powers, and lots of many other features that is offered by Kiro, and definitely the team at AWS is gonna add more and more. So definitely check it out, try it out on your own, have your own decision and feedback on it. I would love to hear it actually. So make sure to share your feedbacks and your experiences down in the comments section. Also, please make sure to like this video. We just reached the end. Thank you a lot of you sticked with us till the end. Make sure to like this video, subscribe down below to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, stay awesome. Peace. Woo!